Hello, this is RE Actual from RESCO Instruments, and we're going to be talking about the RESCO Manus quartz chronograph. This chronograph is named after Max Manus, the Norwegian frogman from World War II who wreaked havoc on the Germans and changed the tides of the war. The model we'll be looking at today is the stainless steel RESCO Manus chronograph, and we'll be covering the proper operation and setting and recalibration of this movement. So when you get your watch, typically it's going to show up, all hands will be lined up at the 12 o'clock of each subdial, so everything will be lined up like so. So we're going to cover what happens if the unlikely event that your watch shows up and it is like this. Sometimes jostling around, people pressing buttons, other things can cause these subdials to not be lined up anymore. So we'll cover getting them recalibrated back up to top dead center. So proper operation here. If you unscrew your crown like so, and you pull it out one click, here I go, one audible click. This changes the date. Pull it out one more click, the second hand. That's this guy right inside that small subdial there. We'll stop. That's how you can hack your watch or set it to the rest of the other times, or if you want to set it to your iPhone. This is when you can also set the normal hours and minutes. Okay. So when it's pulled out in the time setting mode, unscrew both of your screw down pushers and hold them in. You'll see that chronograph seconds hand will travel all the way around to where it was. Now that's in recalibration mode. Now you push your top pusher here, 1, 2, until it's lined up. Then we'll move on down here to your hours. That's the bottom 6 o'clock subdial. Press this guy once. That's shifting. As you can see, that smaller subdial is going around. In about 15-minute increments. So get that guy lined up. Hit your mode again, your bottom button. Until you're lined directly back up. When everything's lined up to your liking, that's when you can go ahead, press this button, press this crown all the way back in. So once everything is all set, that's when you can, here's your continuous running seconds right here. Now when you set it to your computer, your iPhone, or your buddy's watch, called hacking, that's when you can set your time, get it directly where you want it to be, where it is, and press it in, and you're good to go. So screw this crown in. These watches are waterproofed at 200 meters. Only if the crown, all crowns are screwed down, all 3 crowns. Also, avoid hot tubs. These watches, although they are waterproof, the gaskets cannot expand and contract fast enough to deal with the heat, and they will get some fog inside of them. So now that everything is at the top dead center and running properly, we can demonstrate the chronograph function. So with your chrono buttons, your chrono pushers unscrewed, you press start. This lower register here will give you tenths of a second all the way until it gets down to 30 seconds. So when this seconds hand gets all the way down to 30, it will stop doing the continuous tenths of a second, although they'll always be there. So you can stop, and it will give you tenths of a second down here. Restart, and we'll let that run down to 30 so I can demonstrate that it stops directly at the 30-second mark. There we go. See how it stops? Now you can also start and stop your stopwatch still, and it will give you tenths of seconds, and then it will reset back up to the 10 o'clock or the 12 o'clock position. You can also have a memory, so a lap time. See how it's giving you the tenths of a second down below here, and it's also halted the chronograph seconds hand. Your watch is still running, it has a memory, it's still remembering things, so let's go ahead and press this lap time again and see it catch up to where it was. Okay. So now when you're all done timing whatever you're going to be timing, you press the top button for stop, press the bottom button for reset, and everything resets all the way back up to the 12 o'clock. Again, you want to make sure you have your pushers screwed all the way down if you're going to be going into the water or the shower or any swimming pool. And you're all set. And we'll go and look at the rest of our models that we have just to show you what else we're dealing with as far as color schemes and dial patterns. This is our black on black. You notice down at the 6 o'clock of all of our dials, it says Chrono USA. That's where our watches are all built and tested, right down here in our shop in Coronado, California. Case backs are all aluminum oxide blasted stainless steel. See, built and tested, Coronado USA. Here's one of our very popular blue dials. It's the pelagic blue. It's a DLC coating on there. That's diamond-like carbon. The only thing I've been able to find that will scratch that is a tap from a tap and die set. There's our logo right there. Slightly domed sapphire crystal. Here's the black on black on one of our alligator straps. If you look closely here at the lugs, you'll notice that the lug bolts are they are actual bolts. You need a hex wrench to take these off. It'll be provided in your watch case. Popular gray dial. And here's my favorite. This is my personal watch. I've been wearing it for a while. RESCO Manus with the gray. If you notice on our bezels that I've passed through here, the outer edge of the bezel, a lot of them have different things on them. It'll have a 1 through 12, that's for a GMT time zone, so you want to do 2 different time zones. Also we have the diver style bezel and a tidal bezel. So that covers the operation and calibration of the RESCO Manus chronograph. If you have any other questions or would like to view any of our other products, please visit www.rescoinstruments.com.